Right. We'll
How
get
you
started then, huh?
Yeah, we started. We're live. Well, not actually live, but we're recording.
We're recording, that's
Yeah,
true.
live is for something in the future, I think. if we can keep this up.
That's gonna be the first hurdle.
Yeah.
Keeping it going.
But over time we can if we want to do this weekly or something, we can always figure out if we can Skype and record shit.
That's definitely a possibility.
But it's more fun when you're over here.
Just
around.
face to face,
Oh yeah,
looking at each other's eyes.
Now we started recording, and then an asshole with an airplane has to pass.
Shit happens. You know, yeah. I have a hard time focusing on your eyes when I can see your nipples. You know.
If you want, I can.
It's really
just.
It's your house, man. You do what you want.
Yeah,
but
it
you
was
know.
a little bit hot, but if you want to and don't want to look at my nipples all the time.
It's not that I want to look at them. They're just there, you know.
Yeah, I'm getting a little bit of moobs.
It's like when you're watching porn. I know you don't want to watch the dick, but it's there.
Yeah, you have to
see
watch
it.
I think porn is like every straight guy watching porn. I do it myself sometimes, but all the time I'm thinking, why am I looking at another guy fucking this girl? Because I always see the dick.
Well, yeah, that's you know the thing with empathy is you start feeling like it's you know. you're in the moment.
So you start stroking like he is going
like she's sitting on top of me. Yeah, of course. What? were you sexually confused for a moment there? Like, oh, should I be enjoying the dick or should I be...
but it's like when I'm at work, I'm an idiot sometimes, and like I go to pee, and then someone starts talking to me. I'm like, yeah, you want to see my dick? And I show my dick, and he's like, oh no, I don't want to see that. But then I think like, you're watching dick every night when you're watching porn, but when you have to see mine, you're like, oh no. I should not show my dick or flash the thing all the time.
Yeah, you shouldn't be flashing your dick. That's the key point here.
I don't do it anymore, but I used to do it. When I was younger.
Used to do it. So you were bi-curious, but now you're definitely straight, huh?
No, I was always straight. I never had the thought if I was gay. No, I never had that.
Never had that thought.
No.
Well, maybe you should try it. Yeah, I mean, I'm just
well,
saying.
I never even had that thought. Like
what? Like, oh,
like to try.
I should try some dick. Oh, I wonder what they taste like.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe we should get onto another subject. I'm getting uncomfortable. I hit my nipples, and now we're talking about penis.
Well, I mean, I'm very comfortable with these things, so it doesn't matter. So, what else do you watch then, if not porn?
I just watch YouTube a lot, Twitch streams. Like lately, I'm into a lot of podcasting on YouTube, Jordan Peterson stuff.
Oh God!
I know.
Keep going, but Jordan Peterson, no fucking way, man. He's just a weirdo to me.
Nah, he's not a weirdo. He got some good points though.
True, but I heard him talk about his diet. You know, I think he's
the carnivore diet.
Yeah, the carnivore diet. And like. Dude, what the fuck?
Yeah, but he
do you even know what you're talking about?
Yeah, but he says that, and I heard the full conversation because it was on Joe Rogan's podcast.
I think it was there.
Yeah, it wasn't.
I
and
heard it there.
He also said, "I don't know nothing about this. We're just trying this out, and don't take my word for it. It's very healthy, but he says it helps him with the stuff he got. But he's also doing it." Like on himself and just trying things and
that's not the issue I have with him. It's just his way of thinking is just absurd.
I think he's a great thinker, and I also think a lot of people get him wrong.
Well, I'm coming from an ignorant point, so don't take my word for it. I'm not the be all end all, but I just get the feeling that he doesn't know what he's talking about every time he talks, you know?
Yeah, only with the carnivore diet. With everything else, he knows what he talks about.
I suppose. So besides podcasts, what do you watch then? Just like YouTube?
As you know, I'm very into Magic the Gathering, so I watch a lot of Magic the Gathering channels. One
So
channel
the
I like
unpacks?
to watch, not for the magic content, but for the drama in the magic world.
Yes, the drama. There's a lot of drama there. Just 50-something olds just trying to outdo each other with cards.
And then you have one channel, the Rudy's channel. He's just funny.
Alright,
And then
so it's actual content, not just card openings, a pack opening.
no, I don't like to watch that. It always makes me feel
unboxings.
bad. Like I open a box at home and I get shit cards, and then I watch a box opening and get like 3 of the most
The best.
expensive and best cards in the box, and I'm like, I waste my money.
Oh, dear Orange Jesus.
Yeah.
Why you do me like this?
Orange Jesus isn't with me lately.
Oh.
Maybe I need to cut off a nipple or something so I get a bit better.
No, you just
back
have to sacrifice a virgin. Or German virgin, even better. You know? That's all you need to do. Orange Jesus loves virgin, dude.
Yeah, but I heard he also he likes you to cut off your nipple and giving your little toe or something as an offer.
I don't know. I've never heard that before.
I read that somewhere on the internet.
You've been down some weird paths, man.
No, it's just 4chan.
Yeah, no, let's not talk about 4chan anymore.
Nah.
We'll drop
Let's
it
not do
right
that.
there. Nope.
And then I don't know. I watched some meta related videos and stuff like that. Like now there's a new set, and in the competitive scene the meta shifted a little bit.
Yeah, that's stuff I would watch probably. I like tier crafting. I don't like the playing of the game because it's kind of just like I said, RNG.
Yeah, it's
Just
true.
random. You either get the luck of the draw.
You're
minimalizing. Yeah,
that word.
Fair enough, but it's still.
I can't even say it. Fuck's sake.
It's the same with poker, man. It's just you're minimalizing your
but poker is a lot of
RNG,
but with poker there's a lot of math in it. Like if you get your kings and aces, you have like
that's
pre-flop you have like 70% chance of winning.
Mm-hmm.
But if you didn't hit nothing,
that's game theory, man.
Yeah, that's true.
But that's the same
it's
with
the same when you're constructing.
Magic.
Yeah, it's the same when you're constructing
completely
a deck.
The same. So,
like a legendary creature, you can only have 1 in play. Mm-hmm. And you will not play 4 of them in your deck because you don't want to have them in your hand all the time, stuff like that. I see where you're going. Yeah.
But, yeah.
I like that part of Magic too.
But I'm also a hypocrite because I like to play Binding of Isaac on PC. And that game is just total random.
Yeah,
everything is
true.
random. So
I think if you would get into Magic, don't do it, by the way. But if you would really get into it, you would like it. But I think you would like the drafting and the sealed stuff more.
I once bought a deck. I believe it was the Kamikawa series.
Yeah, that's an old one.
Yeah, that's an old one. Like 10 years old already.
I think it's even more than 10 years. Because I started at Lorwyn, and that was in 2005.
Holy shit. Yeah, it's been a long time.
Yeah, Lorwyn was in 2005, and Kamigawa was way before I even started playing Magic.
Yeah, now that I think about it, I was like 13 years old, so that must have been 16 years ago. Whoa.
You're already 29. Man, we're getting old.
Yeah, we're getting old. Well, don't say that. People get triggered.
I don't care.
You're old? God damn it.
No, but
I'm 40, my
really
teeth are falling out.
I don't have the feeling I'm old, but I'm really getting older, like mentally too.
Mentally, yeah.
Yeah, I'm getting more
grown
up.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. I think about when I do something.
You think? Do you feel that you're getting less radical about things?
I loosen up.
Yeah, I think that's.
I loosen up.
Old people used to tell me that, like, when you get old, shit doesn't matter anymore.
I also, like, I used to have this thing when someone was like had a point of view that I was not comfortable with. I was like, I don't like the guy, or stuff like that.
I never had that.
But now I really have something. I listen to his point, and then if I don't like it, I just say it. We never talk about it again. But I can like the dude.
Well, no, I'm not like that at all. That's just not my personality. But I've never had.
I'm more open-minded.
I've never had the disposition to say like, oh, I don't like you because of your views. No, I like you. but I'm gonna fight your views until you change.
Yeah, now I have that. Yeah, I will not make them change. Sometimes it's just futile. It's like you're talking against a wall, man. Some people are walls.
To me, it's not about changing their views. It's more about the engagement. So like I'm discussing a topic with you. I'm trying to get into your head, trying to understand how you think.
You try to get an equal ground.
Not an equal ground, because it's never equal against me. I mean, I'm very arrogant and shit, and I like to pretend that I'm smarter than people, even though I think I am. But by thinking that I am smarter than you, I'm dumber than you. So it's kind of weird like that. But I like to get into discussions with people, just trying to get into their heads and trying to understand how they think, and that helps me connect with people. Yeah, a lot of people who are like, stop talking to me because I'm getting tired of this shit, and I'm like, no, but we just started.
I get
there's a connection here.
I also have more this open-minded discussions and try to find an equal ground with people. But once I feel I get into a wall, I just try to get the hell out of there, because maybe I
tried hard enough then.
I don't get triggered often.
But when you do,
you used to know me when we were a lot younger.
Oh yeah, you got physical.
Yeah, not all.
You get physical.
Yeah, but I was that was in the teenage years. Then when we got into my 20s, I started
loosening up.
Yeah, loosen up. But I used to get triggered and get personal in a discussion.
Fair enough. That's true.
And now I don't get personal anymore, but I'm still afraid that they will say something that triggers me.
Mm-hmm.
And then I don't want to have a whole discussion and nice arguments to then fuck it up.
See,
being triggered.
That's something I've been wondering lately. Like, people are too connected with their identity, and they don't.
That's the biggest problem.
People have become ideas. They don't have ideas. They become ideas.
And it's also the biggest problem is that not you used to have individual ideas and people that became their individual ideas, but now it's a big collective.
Yeah, so that's even weirder. Like in the 90s when we grew up, it's like, oh, we're ourselves. We want to be me.
So or we want
you don't want to be like them.
Or we wanted to or you want to be Goku from Dragon Ball Z when you were really young. But I see where you're going. Like when I grew up, you had like two groups of the younger people. But you had the guys who listened to the techno music, and then you had the skaters, and then that split up into the skaters and the alternate people.
Well, I'm not really talking about that. I mean, like you had you had all these groups. And you had a certain identity, and you just fit into that group.
Yeah.
But now it's just like you want to be you, but at the same time you want those groups to be you, and it's like it's all getting mixed up, and
that's why you always get into a wall when you talk to some of the people these days.
Mm-hmm.
They have their idea, and they even get narcissistic or even hypocrite when they talk to you.
That's everyone.
Not everyone. You still have some
possible
normal people. I like to call it normal people.
Yeah, but they don't have any ideas. They just go with the flow. It's like, yeah, I'm still alive.
No, that's just the fish people. The normal people are people like I like to call myself a normal one.
A
normal one. Yeah, my English. Yeah, let's laugh with my English. It will only get better over time. It will get better.
Mm-hmm.
It's not that bad, I think.
So you were saying normal?
Normal? I like to think of myself as a normal guy. One of the normal people who likes to...
What is normal?
You listen to ideas and you don't get frustrated or you get verbally... you start attacking those people. You just listen to their ideas, and if you're not on the same level of them, you just... Like you do, you talk it out of them, or you just...
Basically, you're grown up. You're an adult. That's
but
what,
then you
that's
have
what
the people that have no
down
ideas that just go with the flow. Those are the fishes. They just go with the stream, whatever. They don't care. They just go to work, pay their taxes, get home. They want to be left alone by the government. They go home. They go to the wives or the single, whatever. But they're just living, man. They're just fishes. I don't want to be a bigger part in something, but
do you think those really exist?
Like the fishes.
Like
like
people who actually don't give a shit about politics and just want to be alive and
I think
not
like
be bothered
here
by,
in Belgium
by
we have like vote duty. It's not like a vote, right? We have to go voting. And I think if you would change that in Belgium, a lot of people would just instead of vote.
But then you get the same shit.
How you say it in English, America. Like a protest vote. Mm-hmm. Instead of that, some people just not go to vote and wouldn't care.
Then you get some things like in America where you have this many people voting for this party, this many people voting for that party, but when you poll the people, everyone about their vote, it's like they are not the same. If you get what I mean, like if only 80% of the people would go vote, and you ask, they do that afterwards. I think month or 3, 4 after the elections, they ask the people like, who did you vote for? And they try to look at both scores and see what the consensus is, and usually it's very. It's almost the same, but
America is a big country too. You have to the United States. Sorry, America is like very big, but the United States, where we're talking about now, I also think if you would take away vote duty in Belgium, a lot of people would still go out and voting. But just the ones that don't care won't give protest vote. People are used to go voting. It's not like, I don't want to do this. I went voting. If they would make it like in America, I would still go and bring out my vote. But I'm pretty sure that the 10% of that goes to the alt-right party would only be 5%, because some people are like, they will never win.
Yeah, I'm kind of like that.
And last vote election, I gave a vote that was not legal. Not legal. You know what I mean?
Oh, I've not voted.
I checked everything, so
I don't know. I don't like voting.
I think you still need it a little bit.
No, but I mean the whole process of voting is just very tiresome. Stupid. I mean, like in my little town, it's just
standing in line for 2 hours.
Standing in line for 2 hours, but not only that. I mean, it used to be in
school.
No, it used to be in the sports center. So you had this big hall where a lot of the booths would stand, and you you would queue up into a big line that would spread out into this hall.
Into the hall.
And that was faster. But now at school, our old elementary school also has a sports hall.
I know, because I lived where you lived, and then there was an election. I also had to go to the elementary school.
But you had to queue up in a whole long line that's littered around the school.
Around the school.
And you had to stand there for 3 hours in the heat.
Yeah.
It was Sunday morning. No one wants to be there. I mean, it's just misery.
Maybe they should put it into Friday and give everyone a day vacation or something.
No, they won't do that.
No, bosses won't like that.
Fuck that. No, they'd say you go vote and then you come work, bitch.
Yeah. Well, we're wondering off.
You, bitch.
We're wandering off. So, what did you watch lately? YouTube, Twitch, and
YouTube
stuff like
wise,
that.
well, I don't watch a lot of normal content. You would call it that. I mean, I
still watch people eating food.
Yes, that too. But aside from that, I like watching documentaries. But I also like to wander around on YouTube and look for weird things. And the weirdest thing I found lately, and this channel has like 2 million views every single video that they make, and it's Ants Canada. Have you ever seen that channel?
What?
Ants Canada.
What the fuck is that?
So he's basically a Canadian who migrated to the Philippines.
Yeah.
And he's got an ant colony in his paludarium. So he has a giant room filled with these fish tanks that he let people custom make for him, and he puts ants inside of them. So and he creates these semi documentary
things,
videos about his ants.
Time lapse and stuff.
Pretty much, yeah.
How to make their nest and...
Yes, so I was watching his South American fire ants, that series, and you can watch him. Like, he starts with a small colony with his queen. Yeah. He's like, oh yeah, and you have to do this, and this is how they breed, and you can watch him grow his colony, and he goes from like a couple 10,000 ants to a couple million ants, and it's like,
man, first thing that comes to my mind is, what happens if you break one of those glasses? There are 10,000 ants.
Well, he has a lot of contingency plans, but he uses some
He's
kind
like,
of.
He goes outside, puts the gas on. Yeah, they're all dead. Let's start sweeping.
I've not seen him do it, but he talks about it. Like, okay, so he uses a kind of film against the glass, so the ants won't crawl on top of it. But then he goes like, oh, but what if they do? Well, I still have a few other ideas. So like, he had orb weavers, those little spiders.
Yeah.
And he puts them on the 4 top corners and just lets them be there. But then 2 days later, they're all dead, and he's like, "Oh shit, these fire ants are kicking their ass!" Like, no way, man.
I need a big spider.
Yeah, he goes like, "Oh, I'll just put in the bigger orb weavers than these mean beasts." Like, yeah, sure, do that, but no, even they died. So.
After all, he has a black widow sitting over there.
The third thing that he does is like, he has a tarantula next to his ants colony.
When they get out, they have to pass.
No, he just goes into his tarantula.
They go into the habitat of the tarantula.
He goes into there and he starts farming the silk. So he gets the silk off of the sides, and then
puts it on top.
He puts it on top, and the ants won't go away anymore. So
that's pretty smart, actually.
Yeah, he says it himself. Like, it's a natural way of keeping the balance in his ants colony. So I thought that was pretty smart.
Yeah,
because
it really is.
His last contingency was to gas everything. So
something else than ants, or he's just
ants,
just
all
ants, all time.
Well, I think he has termites too, but I haven't watched that.
I was just going to ask that. Does he have termites or something?
He had a video called "Ants versus Termites," so I'm not sure what's gonna happen.
Is it like YouTube always showed it in my? Hey, you should watch this feed. It's like a snake fighting with a scorpion and stuff like that. Is it a video like that? No,
I don't know, but he hypes it up. he knows how to clickbait you.
That are the best channels. It's like PewDiePie.
Yeah, but I don't like it.
Biggest clickbait in the world, man.
I mean, I know why they do it. I see how they do it.
But I don't mind if it's they can have a clickbait title, but it should still be something in the video. It's not like, look at this, no, I can't do that, and obvious then you have like those Fortnite videos. But
obvious clickbait is less annoying than the clickbait that actually works on you.
Yeah,
you get it? It's like, I know it's clickbait. I can see what you're doing. I can see the trick you're doing, and it annoys me because it's working. I mean, that's really something that can piss me off. Like,
but still, you have to think about it.
But I don't want to think about it. It's annoying.
No, but the people who try to clickbait you really have to think how to do it. They make a stupid thumbnail. And you're like, I don't know. And you're like the idiot. I know it's clickbait, but you click.
I don't even look at those thumbnails, man. They don't bother me.
It depends. I got some channels who have really nice thumbnails every time they put out a video. It's really weird.
I think the thumbnail meta has changed a lot. But
yeah, it's gone. I like when I was younger. I liked the old meta. Yeah, I always had a girl in bikini up front.
That was nice. That was interesting. But now it's just like the green screen cutout of a person pasted onto some weird background with googly eyes.
Kids, man. It's for the kids.
But how does the Google machine know that?
You can easily distinguish an adult or more adult audience and a children audience. When you see a green screen cutout onto a Fortnite background with a lot of shit. Also,
well, first off, I don't watch Fortnite.
Okay, well, let's have another example then. Like any random game with a green screen cutout of a guy who's screaming, and he pasted a helm on his head. And
but if I'm watching the content, that either means his target audience is way off, or he has no clue what he's trying to target.
No, some people just want an older audience and they only get the kids.
But why do you do the cutout thing? Why do you do the dumb thumbnail? It's just for
I would say for the ad revenue. If you don't get demonetized.
I know why they have to do it. It's just it's weird to me that they have to play the game to get views from people that aren't gonna watch his content.
Yeah, but yeah.
I mean, if those thumbnails are targeting like the younger children, like 6 to 12-year-olds, and his audience is like 18 to 30 years old. I mean, isn't there?
You cannot change a brand or a format over there. Maybe the older guys that watch his channel like the format he has.
Yeah, but I'm not talking about the format. I'm talking about, the first things you see, like the title and the thumbnail. Yeah. I know why they do it.
I see a lot of grown-up thumbnails, so
they try to trick the Google machine into pushing their content.
Thumbnails get into the Google machine? I thought it was more keywords and stuff like that.
No, I think their thumbnails are being checked because
if you have AI
knows how to.
So if you have a lot of colors, you get a.
It's not that. Spot. I think there's a certain method to making a certain thumbnail.
Yeah.
That gets pushed because certainly before summer, I think it was around early spring. I think April, March. I think that's when I really started seeing those weird thumbnails, like the cutouts on top of a background, like that you didn't used to happen. It used to be just maybe a still of the game itself.
Maybe it's because a lot of channels who had those thumbnails started to get a lot of views, and other people were thinking business-wise and just did it themselves.
Yeah, but that could be possible as well. Yeah, I've not thought about that.
I do like the lazy thumbnails though. They just take part of the video, put a little title on top of it.
That's just the easy ones.
It's like they're being honest.
Low effort.
Yeah, they're being honest.
or the guys who had
But like Linus Tech Tips has that. Most of the time he picks apart a video and he works a little bit.
Even he does the cutouts.
Yeah?
He does the cutouts. The last video about his shitty cooling.
Yeah, we could check that if you want to.
Well, you can check it out, but I think it was his shitty cooler thing, but he had a cutout of himself on top of a background.
Yeah,
that's what Linus is doing. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Linus is doing pretty good.
He's on top of the strategy, man. He's meta as fuck.
Yeah, I like the guy.
He's funny.
I like his channel.
I like his shoe wear.
I think
wearing sandals.
Yeah,
he's.
I can't wait until he's getting socks into his sandals.
Yeah, well, he's already doing that.
Yeah, but I heard. Oh yeah, you're right.
See,
he has the cutouts.
He's been doing that.
He's been doing making crazy face.
He's been doing. That's what I'm saying. He's into.
Maybe I should look at.
He knows his shit, dude.
Like this is the lazy one. Like the studio tour.
That's by iJustine. That's not. It's not his thumbnail.
This is also his thumbnail. It's also
but it's an unboxing with a weird face, and it looks kind of like It kind of looks like a cutout, dude. Look at all.
This is a lazy one, the Razer phone.
No, but that one is purely based on what you want.
Yeah, you're right. 6 months ago, I got one 4 months ago. It's the lazy one with a Dyson on top. Fucking Dyson.
I'm telling you, man, it's all of them. Everyone's doing this, man.
And do you still watch the channels that we grew up on, like Cox and Crandor?
Yeah.
Jesse Cox and stuff like that?
Not as much. Their content is not what I like to watch anymore. I don't like to watch.
You grew out of it, or?
I've never liked watching gameplay. I'm not the kind of guy who likes to watch other people play. I like to play it myself.
Yeah, I see where you're going.
But Cox and Grandor had like non-content. I mean,
yeah, the non-content is great.
Talking shit.
The non-content is great.
Half hour long.
Do you still watch the podcast, like the co-optional one?
The co-optional? No, it's been a while.
Yeah, for me too. I saw the last one with Total Biscuit, late Total Biscuit.
Yeah.
God has it. Bless his soul, not God. I don't even believe in God. I don't know why I say that. So bless his soul.
Rest in peace. Yeah, no, I've not watched the co-optional for like a year or two now. I think it's lost its steam. It used to be like very cutting edge. It used to be about big topics. But I think they lost it around.
Steam fucked it up for them.
Well, not Steam,
the release list.
No.
The
release list was just a gimmick, you know.
Yeah, it was fun.
It was just something to hook people, to keep them watching. But no, I think
some podcasts are still good though. Like I watched the H3 one.
H3 with Ethan.
No, not the H3, but the E3 podcast of the Co-optional podcast. That was a good one and informative. And yeah, I watched H3 too. He's a funny guy.
Ethan, yeah, he's a tryhard though. Let's be real. He tries so fucking hard.
Yeah, but he doesnn hide it.
No,
it's like his new podcast. It's like H3 Experience.
Oh, he's going to Joe Rogan with
and then his guest is looking at him like, "What are you doing?" Is like, "Yeah, I'm trying to compete with Joe Rogan."
Oh yeah,
and you cannot compete with Joe Rogan without an experience.
He's very he knows his brand. He knows what people perceive of him, and he's actually playing into it. So that makes it funny, but.
Yeah,
people
also
are
with
unaware.
The crazy hats he wear on camera and stuff. Like one of the last podcasts was with Bo Burnham.
The comedian?
Yeah. It was a good one. It was a good podcast.
I watched way too few podcasts.
Since I had my operation at my arm, I can't really game for really long sessions. Like if I play World of Warcraft in the online, I'm like doing stuff for 20 minutes and then I'm just standing there for 30 minutes because I have to do stretches and stuff like that.
Sad life.
Yeah.
Can you play with a controller?
No.
I think there are mods for controls.
Yeah, but if I play with a controller,
it's even worse.
I can do it for an hour and then I can do everything.
It's like, double your playtime, I mean.
The funny thing is I can play Magic the Gathering Arena. They have now a new
slow effort.
Yeah, it's slow effort. I
just basically clicking with the mouse.
I scratch my nose. I click.
Oh yeah.
Then I start scratching my ears, something, do the stretches, stuff like that. So
low effort plays are still possible.
Yeah,
I get it.
And now I don't watch a lot of regular television.
No, I've not watched television.
It's been a bit too hot to watch a lot of Netflix or new series.
Although I've got to say, I'm not ashamed to admit this, but I started watching Family. You know, the Belgian soap. Well,
don't be ashamed of it. It's just,
I mean, when I'm at work and like at 2 o'clock p.m. it starts to get less busy, so I started watching television. And
there's nothing on TV.
Just that moment is just Family on television, and they're on their 23rd. I think the current ones is 27th. Season.
Yeah, they're a bit back.
So they've been busy, but
it's like
I'm watching
rerun.
The 23rd.
It's a rerun, but from a couple years ago.
I'm watching season 23, and dude, there's a lot of fucking going around there.
Well,
everyone's doing everyone, and it's weird.
When I was really young, my parents used to watch Family, and I always had to go to bed after Family.
Yeah.
And the old series, this was like a normal series. about family. It's like the series Home. It
Yeah.
was all
Pretty
normal. Things happen, but not that big.
I think every country has their own.
Yeah, it's
kind of,
telenovelle. Yeah, they should have.
they probably have, yeah. But it's just weird.
But
Once you start watching, you don't stop. There's something about that, it hooks you.
But now it's more like Game of Thrones and stuff.
Well, yeah, it kind of is, but...
It used to be like, someone died. Was it a murder or not? Dun dun dun.
Yeah,
but now it's like they're kidnapping people. Like in the latest season, like 4 or 5 people died at the end.
I only watched season 23, and it was about...
I didn't watch it for a very long time.
One of the older ladies had an affair, had a boyfriend who was also in the family business. I can't remember his name. He used to be in Wittekerke. He used to be the cop in Wittekerke. No, he used to be the cop, the fat cop.
I never watched Wittekerke, man.
Man, come on, Wittekerke was ooh, that was top notch. People will say,
I know you for all these years, and I'm like,
dude.
Telenoveles guy?
Dude, I used to watch Korean shit, and it was even worse.
Yeah,
because
I used to
over-dramatize
slice
everything.
of life Korean when I was heavy into anime and stuff like that.
Was?
And,
No, you're still a weeb.
I still
you're still
watch,
a mega weeb.
I'm not a weeb boy. Yeah, I still watch anime. I like anime. It's fine, but I don't watch a lot of slice of life shit anymore.
Yeah,
it bores me after a while.
It gets boring, but I mean,
I saw a lot of beautiful things though.
It's fun to watch.
Yeah. I saw some nice stories that you couldn't make a movie about or something like that. So.
It's like I usually watch documentaries and they're pretty dry. Like Dan Carlin's podcast, Hardcore History. I love that shit, but that's pretty dry.
I should check that out.
I mean, sometimes you need some spices, you know. You need some sweets. You need some overly
something
sweet
to
shit.
keep you hooked to watch at the same screen. Like I have my PC with 2 screens, and it doesn't interest me.
It's usually just
that
when I'm bored because.
And that was I was saying, because I can't game that much. My YouTube is on all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I don't when I do a lot of stuff at the same time. I watch the meta or the tournament results, what decks have been in the top 8. Meanwhile, I'm watching a video or listening to a podcast, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Once I caught myself listening to a podcast, reading the book you're using as a stand right now.
Jordan, I knew it. I knew it. It all comes back together.
I was listening to a podcast, reading the book, and
come on,
doing it all at the same time.
12 rules for life. Are you kidding me?
It's
is this some kind of self-help
I'm not
book?
that. No, it's not really that kind of self-help. But he just wrote down 12 obvious rules to live, and then he explains a lot of stuff. Like the second rule is take care of yourself like you would take care of someone else.
Well, isn't that obvious?
Yeah, but he also said he knows the things are obvious, but like I'm the guy when like I fell down from the container. I had to take a lot of pills, and I'm the guy like, oh, it's already getting better. I stopped taking those pills. I don't like the pills. I'm not taking them. And then he gives a little bit about, if your dog is sick and you have to give him pills, it's not easy to give your dog some pills, so you try to lure him with a piece of meat with a pill inside. And if he swallows it, it's okay, you gave him the pill, but if he spits it out, you're doing everything possible to give the dog the medication. Why don't you do it for yourself?
Well, that's on you, man.
Yeah, but
I mean, I'm not that irrational.
Yeah, but by reading that,
it makes more sense.
Yeah. Like I was not the guy. I don't trust the pharmacist. I want to know it. I'm not that guy. I'm just like, oh, it's getting better. I don't need to take these anymore. But sometimes you have a prescription of pills that you have 10. You had to take 2 a day, but you really need to take all 10 to get the full effect
I guess.
from it.
Well, look, I'm Asian, so
Yeah.
I don't get those. I don't have to take pills because I drink tea every day.
I don't get sick very often because I drink tea and I listened a lot to you. I now I eat very much vegetables and fruits.
Yeah, I don't get sick a lot, but it's weird. Like Chinese medicine has been around for like 3,000 years.
You still drink that dirty dark tea your mom wanted to.
Yeah, the dark tea. Yeah, it's full of antioxidants and fibers.
It tastes like shit though.
It tastes like shit, but at least your shit won't smell like shit anymore. I mean,
yeah, it's
magic weird. Tea. That's some
actually,
weird shit,
I don't think it's full of antioxidant, but I think when you were a little boy and you took a shit, your mom always had to go after you or something. And so like, I'm so tired of that.
I don't know, man.
And she was like, I'm going to give him this dark tea so shit won't smell it anymore. Like when you were younger, you used to drink a lot of Monster and a lot of sugar stuff. I don't think
that is also a reason, but I think it mostly is
that's
because
the thing that makes shit stink.
It's mostly meat. Meat makes your shit smell bad.
Yeah, probably
not the sugars. The sugars you pee out.
But if you eat very unhealthy, it makes your shit stink anyway. But you can also eat healthy and eat a lot of eggs.
Yeah.
And
you'll smell like the Vesuvius.
Yeah. It's like those, the silent killers, and you feel them very warm. I really think it's just
the proteins. Having too much protein in your diet makes your shit smell bad. So I think the tea just helps get rid of it. But there's also other teas that
what are the other things that the tea does?
Well, no,
it's not only for your shit, right?
that one black dark tea specific. The dark tea is just to get all the bad stuff out of you, like get all the toxins, flushing your toxins.
Yeah.
Like what white people do with drinking those juices.
Yeah,
but actually working, I mean, if it doesn't taste like shit, it's not gonna work for you.
That's like the rule of thumb in Asia. If it doesn't taste like shit, it can be healthy.
But there are other things like ginger tea.
Like that ginger is very strong, though.
Yeah, our ginger is weird. Like it's spicy as hell.
I remember eating at your parents' restaurant and got this little plate with lumpias, and there was a piece of rolls, there was a little
piece of ginger,
and I was like, "Oh, what's this?" And I put it in my mouth. Man,
oh that shit's
man, I regret it, but I still regret that.
Oh, was that spicy? Huh?
Yeah, but man,
some people love it though.
Yeah, I know.
Some people can just eat it. Yeah, I don't know. I hate it, but the way you make
ginger is good for the blood.
If you make tea of it, it helps you cool off for some weird reason.
So you get cold?
You don't get cold, but your inner body core, your core heat lowers.
Yeah. Oh.
And it helps with digestion. It helps with the liver working. So it's very good for you, but it tastes kind of weird.
Yeah. And it's not like you can put some sugar or something. I don't think that sugar would help with
you don't put sugar in any kind of tea. Anyone who does that is a barbarian and should be slaughtered.
I sometimes do it in my coffee.
Well,
sometimes, not always. I'm very into coffee. And I once bought coffee beans. They grinded them in the shop. And man, it was so strong. Even if you had like one spoon or like in the coffee machine or two.
Wait, you've never ground your own coffee?
I have a coffee grinder. Yeah. I also have beans that I grind myself. I rather buy some beans and grind it myself than just buy prefabricated coffee in the normal shop. I really go to coffee.
Do you make an espresso out of them? Like, do you put them in a press and then pour water in and then suck it?
I have a press. I have a French press. I would like to buy a Chemex can. It's like
no idea what that is.
I can show you. I think.
I've been living under a rock for like 10 years, so. Well, I kind of live under a rock.
Yeah, it's like they say your coffee tastes better if you. make it in that way.
I was about to say you're gonna give me Chimek's car. What the hell is this?
I probably had the name wrong, man.
What is that?
No.
No, what is that number 3? What is that?
Looks like sausage.
Some weird ass sausage.
It's that Chemex. So
Chemex.
Yeah, they say if you
right. What the hell is that? Wait, that's just a coffee can with a filter on top of it.
Yeah, you put the filter in it. So this is the can, but they say your coffee has a better taste.
Huh?
Yeah. Do they have?
But it's just a glass bottle.
I just want to try it, man.
But it's look. I'm all for buying
it's
stuff.
It's not that expensive.
I know, but there needs to be
read it.
Don't read this bullshit. That's just marketing.
I know.
That's just marketing bullshit. No, but go back to the image. I wanna go over this with you on a logical level. Look at that.
I just said
look at that thing.
Yeah, it's just glass.
What is it?
But the shape. It's
an hourglass shape, yeah.
Yeah, but the shape. It's something with the shape and the thing that changes some chemicals, blah 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 blah.
That's bullshit.
And they say you have a better taste. I just want to try it. It's what the fuck, €20 or something?
Fine, but I'm not talking about
Like
price doesn't matter.
No, but
the price doesn't matter.
A French press coffee, like the same beans. If you do it in a French press, or you make an espresso with a big machine like you have in the restaurant.
But that's because of the heat and the pressure. It's not because of the shape of your goddamn bottle. look, this hourglass thing with the top off.
I should find the explanation, man. I'm bad in explaining things.
I know, but
it's like asking me, can you tell me about the movie without any spoilers, with like 2 sentences in, and I already spoiled the movie.
No, but you have this hourglass looking thing that is basically just a watering. It's a water pot, flower pot. Let's be real.
Yeah.
But nothing. The shape doesn't change its flavor. I believe the only thing what is that? No. The only thing that'll affect you maybe is how it tapers up. Like you have this narrow band in the middle and it tapers up. That'll concentrate the flavors, the smells from that little part, and they funnel out. But that's the only thing that'll do.
Maybe you should look into it and talk about it on the next podcast when I'm more informed.
Yeah, we'll bring it up again, but I'm telling you that shit, it doesn't work the way you say it.
I thought there was something about taste. I opened the history on the website, but you didn't want to read it because it was marketing.
It's a fucking 40 euros can. It's a glass can for coffee.
It's a nice can, though.
It's a fucking glass can for coffee. It's a nice
can. It fits into my kitchen, man.
Oh, God. You're not talking into your microphone, I believe.
I'm talking over it. I'm sorry, guys.
Doesn't work. Yeah. So what else have I been watching? Hollyweed. Have you seen it?
No, not yet.
Well, Kevin Smith, I think it was last week. He put the pilot up of his new series that he wants to do called Hollyweed.
On his YouTube?
Not on his YouTube. It was on Rivet.
The producer.
Try and find it for me on YouTube.
I think next time you need to bring your laptop to make it easier.
My laptop is fucked up, so I'm not bringing it here.
What do I search for?
YouTube first, and then go Hollyweed. But it's basically like his like he always tries to make things that he wants to watch. Well, now he basically made Clerks. But not in a convenience store, but in a weed dispensary.
On Rivet TV.
Yeah.
I hope it doesn't start.
Well, it's gonna start, but... well, basically, it's just like I said. It's Clerks.
He opens
No, his black friend is the owner of the dispensary. And he works there. and it's basically the same kind of.
I'm gonna watch that when we're done.
It's basically the same chemistry like you had with Randall and Dante. Like you had the straight,
really like
you had the straight man and the Joker.
Yeah.
But this time around, they're both high, so it's kind of weird. But I like the idea. I like how he went from he tried to make a series about two pot smokers getting into shit, but it's he's not a good actor. He's a terrible actor.
Yeah, it's funny that he's always in his own movies. Okay, that's why he was Silent Bob, because
Silent Bob
he knows he's not that big of an actor.
Silent Bob is iconic because he doesn't talk at all. He just makes those faces and stands there smoking a cigarette. But when you put him into his own role, it's kind of. I mean, no fault in the guy for trying.
It can get better over time.
I really hope, because the first one was not good. I mean, the concept was nice. I thought I mean, it's basically Clerks. It's the same kind of vulgar comedy, the lowbrow comedy with the cultural references.
That's the thing I love.
Yeah, but that was funny in Clerks. Now it's contrived. It's too on the nose. I mean, he knows that he's famous for those things.
Yeah,
and he's banking off on it.
He should,
but he should have cast someone else instead of himself as his role.
But that's why I like Kevin Smith though. He likes to keep it small. Like he made Clerks on a loan of $25,000 in credit card, something like that. Yeah,
it was. Hey, I mean, he's a smart guy, but I kind of get where his most fervent critics come from. Like,
but the thing about Kevin Smith is he has his community, and he knows he has his community.
Yeah, I know,
and it grows a little bit by bit. Also, the talk shows he does now.
Well, I'm a big fan of
I
Kevin
don't
Smith,
think he cares about going in a very, very big audience. He just
that's not his. That's not what he's trying to do. But I still believe that what he made out of it is kind of weird.
I mean, I should check it.
Yeah, you should definitely check it out because it's a good concept and I like the idea, but the execution is a bit off. I mean,
but
he got all his friends in it, and while saying this, it kind of makes me reflect on Clerks and Clerks 2. Like he also got his friends in it, and I mean, I get.
Yeah, but you know, I'm not the guy that watches to the acting performances of the actors. I just want to have, like Kevin Smith, I just want to have fun watching things. Like it's like the Iron Fist. Mm-hmm. I know the actor and the fights in that movie were horrible. They're like the Marvel one.
Yeah,
I know the fighting scenes were horrible because he couldn't do any martial arts. They always had to use a stand-in.
No, the show was horrible. What are you talking about?
Only the first.
Everything about it is horrible.
The big problem with the show is
it's a Marvel cash grab.
Yeah, that too. But the biggest problem
it's a spin-off of a spin-off of a spin-off. Come on.
No, the Iron Fist has his own comic.
Yeah. Who knows about the comic?
A lot of Marvel fans.
Exactly. A lot of Marvel fans.
Yeah, true. But the biggest problem, like
let me say this.
The biggest problem with the series was like the intro. Until shit starts to go down, it's like 8 or 9 episodes.
It's fucking boring.
And then you have like 7 episodes of action. They're going to make a second season though.
Look, this whole thing. Well, now that we're starting on Marvel, I mean, I hate the Marvel cash cow. I really do. Because it that's the thing with
I like a couple of the TV series like Luke Cage and Marvel's Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. That started before all the cash grabs. But like now the Ant-Man is like a cash grab for me. It's not a bad movie, but the good thing
at least
they
it's
do.
a good movie.
Yeah, but the good thing they do with Marvel, even though all the things are cash grab, is that everything is connected.
Yeah, but Ant-Man is a good standalone movie. Daredevil season 1 and season 2 are good standalone series.
Yeah,
Luke Cage
the Punisher was also good.
What?
Punisher, have you seen that?
Punisher I have not, because
Man, that was great.
That's when my when I got on the hate train. But
yeah, but you should watch that. You should not.
Maybe
you should.
We'll see.
Even though
We'll see.
you like it. You have seen the Punisher in the Daredevil series, though.
But it started with when they started doing Agent Carter, I think it was. Was it Agent Carter?
That was a small spin-off to give a little bit more of Hydra backstory.
Yeah, but who cares?
The fans do.
Yeah, but really, like, who cares?
I think it's not that big of a cash grab though, the TV series, because most of them come on Netflix.
Yeah, I know, but I mean,
the movies
I get they do it for the fans, but I don't understand why they have to make it so specific. Like, it's like they're doing a spin-off of a spin-off just to give a little bit of information, but they blowed it into a 6 or 12 episode series. And I mean, like, you could have done this in like 2-3 concise episodes with a lot of action, with a lot of good drama.
Yeah,
and it would have gone
most
much
of the
better.
First seasons of the TV shows are like the backstory.
Yeah,
like,
but you could have done Marvel stories.
Yeah, but they do like the first season is like 50-50. You have like 50% backstory. That's for the new to get the new audience. Like, not that, like you said, not everyone knows the Iron Fist has a comic.
Exactly, and why should they?
But instead of doing an intro about the character of 6 episodes, just do 2 episodes of intro and then start with the drama and with the shit.
Well, the thing is,
Luke Cage is something that goes on very fast.
Yeah, but I'm the cynical guy. Like, 20 years ago, when I was into comics, I liked Spider-Man, I liked Batman in DC, I liked the Hulk. All these things, they were my thing.
You're just salty that DC doesn't have his own good movie universe.
Not that. I'm really talking about the way that comics and nerds, the nerd culture has become mainstream, and now is being exploited for gains. I mean, it used to be like
for games.
For gains.
For gains.
For monetary gain, like...
Yeah, they shouldn't make... Yeah, like now with the new Avenger movie, I know they need to make a 2-parter out of it, but...
Oh, they've been doing that a long time.
Yeah, but, like, they also are now introducing, not Captain America, but... How's she called? Captain Marvel.
Yeah, Captain Marvel.
She will get her own movie, and then she will get into the Avengers line.
Yeah, but it's basically...
Maybe they shouldn't do that
what they're
too often
doing
and too
is,
much.
What they're basically doing is, like, their entire catalog of comics, they're just turning them into series and movies.
But that's Disney. They also target the younger audience with it.
Target like maybe, the movies, nobody gives a shit. That's the point.
I give a shit.
Only the people who are invested into Marvel will watch this. And it's kind of, but it's also like
I'm not that invested into
the production is so expensive to make that they need to get the ratings. They need to extend the whole thing just to make more money, and that's what's bothering me. Like, people, they're making a story that could be been done in 3 episodes, 12 episodes long, and that's just not good. That just makes everything watered down. It doesn't do the characters any good, because after a while, people who are not invested into Marvel will say, like, this is a shitty show. I don't want to watch this.
I only agree with you on the shows the Iron Fist, Jessica Jones, and then you have the Jessica Carter. Then
you have all those
the Daredevil,
movies that are way too long.
The Daredevil. I'm talking about the TV
series. Yeah.
The Daredevil series is quite good to look at.
Mm-hmm. It's good to watch.
Yeah,
but it's a good standalone thing.
Yeah,
I think the spin-offs
it's much better than a movie they made with Ben Affleck. It was Ben
definitely.
Affleck.
Yeah, but that was Fox, I think.
Yeah.
Oh no. Fox was terrible. But no, I think like
It will cool down though. I think after the Avengers, if they keep making the superhero movies.
I don't want them to make more superhero movies.
No, that's the problem. They can't make anything new right now. It's like we're in a recession. It's like now they make all the...
Stanley is like 150 years old, man. I mean, he's not gonna
But it's not
new
Stan Lee
people.
deciding it. It's Disney. But like right now, like in the movie world, you don't have a lot of like in gaming, you don't have a lot of good AAA movies anymore. Like now, Disney is making all the real life action movies that they used to have. When we were little, we watched The Lion King and stuff. We can watch The Lion King in a year, I think. In live action
it's
movie.
come out next year, yeah.
So
An all black cast.
Yeah, but everything they make is like a remake of an older movie because it can do new stuff with the new techniques and the new CGI and stuff like that.
Yeah, but that's normal shit. I mean, remakes.
Yeah, but there's not a lot of new good IPs anymore.
Well, I guess not. I'm excited for Witcher.
Yeah, the series.
Yeah, the Witcher
it will
series
also be
on HBO,
Netflix.
I believe.
I think it will be on Netflix.
Netflix doing it?
I think so. Not sure.
Could be.
Want to look into it?
Yeah, sure. Check it out. But I mean,
The Witcher will be fun. Have you read the books?
Yeah.
How many?
I
think you have 7. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think I only read 3 of them.
You read the Dutch versions or the English ones?
English versions, yeah.
I have 4 of the
Dutch ones?
I think the English one, I'm not sure. I have 4 books.
Mm-hmm.
I still
think
need to buy 4, more.
But yeah, The Witcher is pretty good. It's more realistic than I would have thought. But it's pretty good.
I just hope they don't fuck up our guy.
You know they're gonna ruin.
There's already a Witcher TV series. You knew that? It's a Polish thing.
Yeah, the old one.
That's
That's terrible as fuck. Oh, that's bad.
But you have to think that it was made in the time that we had Kill the Zipka over here or something.
Kulder Zipka was a classic, dude.
Yeah, but still, if you look at it now, you're like,
Kulder
fuck
Zipka is a cultural heritage that is also very it's targeted toward general audiences. The Witcher is 18 plus. It's mature, and what they made out of it was weird as hell. With the
it was not that weird though.
They had the dragon in there. That was Power Rangers level of jank. It's really weird ass costumes.
See, it's Netflix. Release date, confirmed chapters. You want to read into it or
no,
just passing?
I'm not gonna read this. That's a wall of text. Oh look, they've got Roach on the roof.
But that's from in the game, no?
Yeah, that looks like.
I think that's a screenshot
like
from in game.
That
was funny as hell.
That looks pretty good.
You're standing with your back to building. You
sure
call your horse, and he's on the top of the
on the roof. Yeah, that's pretty good. Yes.
So, I think we're coming to the end of the first episode. No?
Yeah, I think so.
We talked some interesting stuff.
Yeah, I think we could do the podcasting thing.
Yeah, weekly.
Weekly? Let's try monthly first.
I'm
a busy person, you know.
Yeah, not on Wednesday, man.
Well, we'll see what happens, you know. But yeah, I think it could work.
Once we update this, we have to do it regularly.
Oh, wow. I mean, yeah.
They will see when we will upload.
We'll see.
If they follow us.
I mean,
we'll see if we have listeners.
We're not gonna drop it immediately, but I mean, we had a nice conversation.
I also had a lot of fun.
Really concise.
It's been a while since I see you too.
Yep, that too. At least we could make an excuse out of that. Seeing each other again.
Yeah.
See your nipple again.
Yeah, see my nipples. Next time you're sitting over there also with
God.
Naked nipple. We can call it a naked nipple podcast.
No, we can't do that.
People would get so offended if we do that. It's the naked nipple podcast. They click on it. They click on it, and it's 2 guys talking.
The nipple podcast. No, we're not gonna make it the nipple podcast. We'll see. What name would you choose for a bunch of lazy asses like a
afternoon banter or something like that?
Afternoon banter. I don't know. That doesn't sound.
Yeah, they will think we're trading.
You can't sell afternoon banter. It's just a weird name.
Yeah, we really need to think.
All the good names have been taken already. You know.
Yeah.
Like if you check Google, like no title here. No, title here is a podcast. No name is a podcast.
Yeah, like I was also thinking before I knew about the guys. Like, we can make a podcast this past weekend. Then I look at the guy, and on Joe Rogan, he was a guest of him. And then I started looking into the guy because he was a comedian. And you know I like comedians. And his podcast is like called This Past Weekend with Theo Van.
Well, fair enough.
It's
At least he has something to talk about.
No more name.
No, but I mean, like, there's the one with the Tested Crew. You know the Tested Crew?
Yeah.
They're basically they're basically just a bunch of nerds who are much into tech, and they have a connection with, I believe, he's one of the Mythbusters.
Oh yeah, but he has his own channel too. Like...
Oh yeah, that's Tested.
Oh yeah, I watched his channel. He made the Nerf gun with the
1000-ball Nerf gun. Yeah. But their podcast is named Untitled. Like,
yeah,
so it's
we'll
really
come up
low
with
effort names.
When this is uploaded,
you'll see what we'll have.
You'll think of a low effort name. You're good at it.
I mean, I am, but every good one is taken already.
Yeah,
so.
but we can Google a little bit.
You can Google. You know what? That's all you. You do the post. You do the posting. I'm just here to talk.
Well, we're gonna say bye. I was your host Ignace, and
see you later.
He was your host Shing. See you later, guys.